everybody, and welcome to this week's update on the plants. So as you can see, we are expanding a bit more. We've actually taken the plants out of the first of the little mini greenhouses. Everything's out of there now and into these little pots, or these types of pots that I've got. These pots are little mini dome greenhouses that I pick up from the dollar store. Amazing things. Even though it's plastic, it has a great use and it's reusable, so I don't mind having that. I like to be as reusable as possible. Again, these peat pots are ones that I bought. I know they're not the most eco-friendly, so I'm just trying to get rid of them, because obviously I bought them, so I need to use them. I prefer keeping trays that I can reuse. This is recycled cardboard here, so try and bring in sustainability as much as possible. And that's where the likes of this dome greenhouse that I just bought, it helps. It's not amazing, but it helps keep the humidity in the air for these little seedlings. As you can see, these guys here that aren't in there are drying up a bit. These guys are retaining the water a bit more. So any type of greenhouse you can get, whether it's a solution like this for one pot, or a solution like this for many smaller pots or little pods that you have, I think it's a great idea. We just need to get rid of this, and I need to pull this out a bit in order to get in. But as you can see, we've got the ground cherries that are still way too small to transplant in my eyes, so going to give them maybe a few more days, if not a week, and then I'll look to transplant them out of there, and then that means this one's done. So more than likely next weekend we'll start getting the cucumbers and everything else from the spreadsheet that's going to go in early April. We'll start doing that next week, so I'll bring that spreadsheet up as a reminder of what's going to be planted next week, and you can follow along and see what we're doing. So one addition this week is that we picked up another heat mat. So as you can see, we've got these two little plugs coming out. This is the original heat mat. This is the new one that I bought. It's meant to be a heavy duty one. We'll see how that goes. And if you follow the cables, I still need to do a bit more cable management. And as you can see, I've got the cables dangling everywhere. I need to clean it up. It goes all the way up to my UPS and surge protector. The UPS portion is being used for my internet, so that's my router as well as a drill charger there. And that's my router, sorry, and that's my modem, which is also a router as well. They're all kind of going off the UPS, as well as my NAS. And on the surge protector side, as you can see, I've got these smart plugs. These are the TP-Link smart plugs. I'll put a link into the description as to how you can buy them. I get mine from Amazon. They're $20 each. They do a great job of controlling the timers. Again, the timer for the LED light that we've got, as well as the timer for the heat mats that we've got here. The heat mats I run 16 hours, I think, maybe 18 in total. And then the light itself, I just basically do from dusk till dawn. So dawn till dusk, not dusk till dawn. That's a great movie. That's basically how I do my setup. You may have non-tech solutions to do that, and you may have those old timer plugs. Whatever you have, great, but I do recommend being able to control them from the applications. The TP-Link Casa app, it's amazing for what we need. So I'll put the link for the heat mat that I just bought. I'll continue to review that. These will all be Amazon.ca links. Amazon, you'll be able to get worldwide, likely. If not, you'll get an alternative for that. And I'll go on to the garage and we'll see how the plants are doing in the garage. Okay, so welcome back to the garage. We'll have a quick look and see how everything is doing. First thing we notice is that we do have, not up here, but on the next shelf, conditions seem to be right for these strawberries to start shooting through, as well as we do have one on the floor. So it looks like the conditions are getting better in terms of the coldness going away, which it is. One other thing I did notice, and I've just sprayed, but there was some white fuzz, so likely a mold just growing on the plant down here. Now, hopefully that means the plant's still good and alive. I've sprayed it and we'll see if it bounces back, but that does mean that we were getting too much humidity with this guy on, so I've taken that off right now, and we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to have to spray in here as well. But yeah, that's the type of mold that I'm getting, and it's likely just due to the greenhouse conditions, just not getting any air circulating through, and yeah, just removing the greenhouse effect should fix that, and we'll see. The little seedling there, I won't be touching that until tomorrow morning, more than likely. It's going to be too cold overnight for it to survive, essentially. So yeah, just a brief update here. Nothing else really going on except the mold and a few strawberries popping up. We'll continue to monitor everything, and we'll likely start moving the blueberries out soon. So this big blueberry plant here, as well as this guy over here, we'll likely get them out into the garden, and we'll put them in a spot where they get plenty of sun. Just need the temperature to hover above zero for a while, and yeah, and then at that point we can more than likely get the strawberries to follow suit. The peppers obviously will be staying in until it's nice and warm. More than likely May they will go out, so we'll start transitioning some of the seedlings out here once they get stable enough, once the weather warms up a bit, and yeah, we'll carry on from there. So thank you very much for tuning in this week, and I will speak to you next week.